Good morning, everybody. Larry Miller is here. Larry is with the Monroe County Medical Center. You're a nutritionist.
I'm a registered dietitian, yeah. So maybe we call it nutrition.
What's the difference between
they're different credentials a little bit. I actually did a 4-year degree and did an internship and took a nationally certified examination that deems you to put RD behind your name.
How long do you have to study for that?
It's 4 years, and then a lot of people get a master's. I did not go on to get my master's. I've got 3 credits lacking from getting a master's in nutrition.
Man,
so,
just a little bit.
Hey, a job opening came open in here in Monroe County, and saw the opportunity, and I was ready to be done with school for a while. So,
well, speaking of school, was that did you do this out of school before you came to the medical center?
I kind of had a history in wrestling and stuff like that in high school, and
so you
community
with
college.
And a diet, huh?
It was really diet involved. Of course, I had no idea what I was doing when I was a teenager. Thought I knew everything and would train and run and things and eat a salad without dressing afterwards. Wasn't replenishing my body right, and just kind of came about it that way. I think is what really drew my interest to it.
Well, somebody has told me about a Heartbeat Cafe.
Oh, man.
Can you tell me what that is?
I can. That's our hospital cafeteria. But if you're not from here, if you are from here or even from surrounding counties, we're like a little restaurant too. And we were real big pre-COVID, and I understand the hurdles and getting back to normal function with that. But we provide breakfast, lunch, and supper, a hot steam table, and a rotating menu. Of course, they make turkey and dressing, fried chicken. The girls bread and fry their pork chops. A lot of classic conventional cooking, and then we also have a grill item that you can short order cook from all day long. We don't make anything up ahead of time, so it does take a few minutes longer. We're not really fast food, but we try to get it out as quickly as possible.
What made you go through that process as opposed to a chef?
That's a good question, because I always enjoyed cooking too. I would not mind learning to do more of that. To tell you the truth, I was living by myself in Orlando. Again, thought I knew everything. Moved out with a girl when.
Did you know Mickey?
Lived right down the street from Disney World and Universal Studios, but I was managing a bar at a restaurant owned by TGI Fridays, and just really wasn't getting ahead. My dad had retired. He was an airline mechanic and pilot, and told me he was moving back up to Monroe County to build a house, and I was welcome to come down to South Florida and take over the house there. And I told him no, I was just going to stay where I was at, and I think I did that for a few months longer, and just really wasn't getting ahead, making it fine, paying my bills and everything. But my grandmother, God bless her, she's passed now, Georgia Miller, offered that if I came on up here, she would help me out with school, and the best decision I could ever make.
Oh, wow.
We always knew about Monroe County. Now, I don't want to act like we always spend our summers and winters here because Dad was born here, and she had a home in Glasgow, and we got a farm that's actually up for auction here soon. And
is that a good thing?
Well, it's a good thing. My dad's passed, and my mom's planning on moving to Chattanooga, so it's a good thing. She's still got a lot of brothers and sisters there, and they're real close. So
where are you going to live?
I live in Summershade, but
okay.
Driving here, and I hope it works out that I could even be closer to Tompkinsville here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What do you think about the food today? Fast food.
Fast food. I think it's a necessary evil. Sometimes we have to have it. We were just talking about our kids playing sports and always being on the run and stuff like that. I think you can make some smart choices, but always cooking at home, cooking from as close to original as the food comes out of the ground is going to be your best bet. It's going to be the lowest process, the lowest amount of sodium, the best types of fats, the less additives to it, and so on.
What's your take, Larry, on being a vegan?
I'm not against it one bit. If as long as you provide your body with the adequate nutrients, sometimes vegans can be deficient in. It's got the studies behind it that show it increases lifespan. Of course, it has all kind of implications with different animal groups and stuff like that from a holistic standpoint, I guess you could say.
Well, you talk about fast food and vegan. There's, I think Kentucky Fried Chicken now has
You've seen that.
A chicken nugget that's actually supposed to be made out of vegetables or something.
Walmart yesterday, I went through last night, and they got a whole freezer section of different types of chicken that were.
You mean it was full? Freezer section full?
Well, an end cap to the freezer section of items designated for that, yeah. But we even, I'll tell you, one we offer a black bean burger, and it is excellent. It's a meatless burger. It's seasoned.
How do you make it? How do you season it? What do you do?
That's a good question. That one we purchased. It's a purchased product from Kellogg's, but it's kind of like if you think of like a taco seasoned. Black bean base patty. Of course, it's lower in fat, but it still has some olive oil and fats in it to make the mouth feel kind of like a burger. And you want to top it with a little bit of cheese, lettuce, tomato, some light mayo, and ketchup. I like a little bit of everything on it, but it's a good burger.
How many calories do people usually need?
Usually, the average American, they recommend 2,000 calories. Now, if you're sedentary, not moving much, that could be less. If you're an active volleyball player, a young kid growing, you're probably going to need more. And that's based on, age, weight, size, activity level. There's an equation you can put in, different ones, but common one we used in school is called the Harris-Benedict equation, and you take into account those factors and then multiply it by an activity factor.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. It's not. It sounds, but it's not that big a deal, really.
Well, on your cafe, how are you open 24/7?
We're not. We're open. Of course the hospital's open 24 hours, but we're open from 6 to 7 p.m. Staffing requirements have been a hurdle too during this COVID time. So some evenings we've even had to close early, and if we've had an outbreak or anything, been kind of limited once in a while.
What about truck deliveries?
Those have been another issue. Yeah, we probably spend a whole hour talking about that. But getting items that are substitutes, short items, just kind of making do from that point. Our main delivery is Cisco. If everybody's familiar with that, Cisco food service, they're out of Nashville. They got hit with a tornado a few years back, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
And it destroyed all their warehouses. We started getting food out of Knoxville, Tennessee, which is a much smaller hub of theirs. So that presented. We're back at Nashville now. They have new buildings built, so we hope it's going to keep improving. Pending everything works out with what you hear on the news too these days.
Larry, where do you protect, or where do you see fast food moving at this point?
Well, I hope it continues to move to a healthier options. Of course, you're always going to have your staple, your burger and fries, but I hope that they keep offering better options, or at least less processed options, more cooking from fresh to plate.
What about the mom and pop meat and threes?
It's tough for them. I feel for you there, because I was thinking about that, and of course working at the hospital, we don't have the issue of the employees are hospital employees, so if you're having to pay your employees, I understand why people come out to the hospital cafe. You get a good portion, and the price is a lot better. We're the buying group, being a nonprofit hospital, so we can undercut some of the mom and pop places. I'm sorry, I feel for you. Yeah, still support them,
The thing about what I like about Heartbeat Cafe is the portion you get compared to the price you get.
Yeah,
You get a
we're
you get
lucky
a
we
lot
can do
more
that.
for a less price
Yeah,
at
and
Heartbeat Cafe. And you made a comment. Now, what is it that when you get Rocky Mountain Spotted Fever? What's the disease where you can't eat meat?
Alpha gal.
yeah,
Alpha-gal.
beef and pork usually.
I was told by several people in Monroe County that's had alpha-gal
Plenty. I run into them all the time.
that they can go to McDonald's and eat a hamburger and it doesn't bother them. So that tells you there that it's processed. It's not really real red, a lot of times real red meat or whatever. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean,
Right.
it's true. I mean, there's a lot of
Right.
processing goes on through foods now that we ingest.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, you think of ground beef of how it's broken up, either a ground beef, so 73% lean, 27% fat, and then of course that changes on up. Depending on the leanness you want, you can get an 80-20 ground chuck or 90-10 large lean ground beef. And yeah, that's ground beef without the additives in it, so that will definitely affect you.
Now, tomorrow at Heartbeat Cafe, that's turkey and dressing, right?
Tomorrow's turkey and dressing.
Yeah, because when I talked to you last Monday,
Yep.
it was
that
turkey and
right.
dressing. And
Yeah.
turkey and dressing and shrimp.
Shrimp.
is
We
also,
usually do peas, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, and some type of special each day or soup. We used to be able to have a big salad bar out too. We hope to get back to.
Yeah.
Of course, that's due to all these COVID.
The reason I was mentioning that turkey and dressing is always, it's every week, but it starts like last week was Monday, this week will be Tuesday, next week will be Wednesday, and it goes through.
An 8-day rotating menu.
Yeah.
So out of the 7 days of the week, 1 day drops off. And
Well, this being Valentine's
yeah.
Day or Valentine Day, seems like you would have escargot, little champagne.
Hey, that'd be good if we could serve, alcohol. I don't know anybody has a liquor license here though in
You
Monroe
don't have a
County.
back room where you can just
Pour
put
a
in
little.
Dixie cup.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's
What about, since we're in the COVID era right
Uh-huh.
now, is there any particular foods that you think is better for COVID or not? I mean, is there?
I brought a little something on that, and it was trying to here. It was strengthening your immune system. How to keep your immune system healthy. And it didn't have any specific foods, but it says the following nutrients play a role in immune system health can be found in a variety of foods, and we can talk about what some of those are. But a quick list, it won't take long. Beta carotene,
Yeah.
found in such food as sweet potatoes, spinach, carrots, mangoes, broccoli, tomatoes. Vitamin C rich foods, which of course are found in about any kind of citrus fruit, berry, melon, bell pepper, broccoli. Vitamin D, don't never neglect vitamin D. It's found in fatty fish, eggs, milk, also other things that are fortified with vitamin D. Zinc, and zinc's a big one that tends to be better absorbed from animal products, animal sources such as beef and seafood, but it's also found in a variety of vegetarian sources such as beans, nuts, and tofu. I don't know how many Monroe Countyans ingest much tofu. Probiotics is the last one, and if you're not familiar with those are the good bacteria that promote, healthy digestion. A lot of times they're found in yogurt, has the live cultures, but other fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut has them also. A lot of people can their own foods around here. But yeah, those are some of the ones that came to mind. A healthy balance, I'd say, is the biggest thing for diet. There's nothing you should totally omit. I don't think there's nothing you should have to omit, including the burgers and fries sometimes. As long as out of the 365 days a year, the majority of the meals tend to, head towards the healthier option.
Do you? Got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you tend to make what you like?
I do. I make what I like. I always have the mentality of, what have I eaten today, or have I had my fruits or vegetables, or what vegetables can I have at supper that I didn't have throughout the day. But yeah, of course, I think everybody does that. You know, I can't sit here and tell you to eat peas and broccoli when my mom, for example, despises peas. She always made them for us as kids, so glad she did, because my brother and I love them. I think my sister likes them, and but she will not mess with them.
Well, I didn't know if you did that at the medical center.
No, well, we try to, you know, it's based on a diet plan. Of course, all of that 8-day menu is essentially first based on a meal plan for our patients. And then we modify it based on those offerings so we can meet the special diet orders from the physicians. So they, might have a diabetic, or, somebody on a full liquid diet, or, a healthy heart, low sodium, renal diet. There's a number of different ones that we can make versions of.
Is there another area as far as the medical center, or another part of what you do there as a nutritionist?
Another part, well, of course, diet education's a big one. It does seem like a lot of my time is spent, just helping with the food service aspect of it, especially with the staffing situation right now. But we have a grant going on through the University of Kentucky that's here in the town that's supposed to help diabetics along. It's called the Kentucky Diabetic Learning Collaboration Grant. So any type of nutrition education that you want, you don't have to be physician referred. Come over and see us at the Monroe County Medical Center.
All right. Well, Larry, I certainly do appreciate your time. Thanks for coming today.
I appreciate that.
Monday, and come back anytime, man.
Excellent.
I'd love to hear more about it. Bring some lunch too while you're at it.
Yeah, nice meeting
We might go see you.
you. Yeah, you also.
All right, brother.
Take care.